Do not pull down on the safety bar, please. I will lower it for you.
Yeah, but now they're gone. Seasons don't feel the reaper, nor do the wind, the sun, or the rain. Be like they are. Come on, baby. Valentine is done.
When copyrights creak in lawless chambers, and strangely similar and frightfully familiar sounds re-echo through the halls, that is the time when Haunted Mansion rip-off rides are present, practicing their comparable terror with ghoulish equivalencies.
Look, Ren, this looks like a great place to kill 12 minutes.
As long as there have been dark rides, there's been the American Spook House. These loving tributes to the undead made everyone's county fair and amusement park better, and their allure comes in the form of simulated horrors you couldn't find elsewhere. Well, maybe at home.
Quitting Pep Squad, I'm quitting school, I'm never going back again! If anybody calls me, tell them I'm dead!
The Haunted Dark Ride is a time-honored thrill, even under the shabbiest of conditions. But there's only one enormous theme park's hot take on the experience that has left the largest grave mark on pop culture history.
I may need a new set of overalls after this. Oh, wait. I'm not wearing overalls. Steer away.
Do not pull down the safety bar, please. I will lower it for you. No hands!
A house in New Orleans.
Square. They call it the Haunted Mansion, and it seems like everyone knows about the wonders of this attraction. Walking in the creaking doors, we creep past ghoulishly changing pictures into our dark doom buggies so the 999 ghosts can invite us to their swinging weight.
Nothing special.
Good to Camp Blood, ain't
The
ya?
iconic buggies separate us visitors out, so we feel completely alone when we meet our new friends.
And now here's a short clip of the human centipede.
The pictures! They're coming alive!
There's the busts that follow your every move.
Nevermore.
Of course, you always have to make sure the lid is on tight, or the aging process is accelerated. Then past the endless hallway and the naughty moving night.
Sorry, this one's already taken!
Past the knocking doors and the creepy clock with the hand that flies by it to the seance room with Madame Leota. On to the infamous ghost party, complete with celebrating spirits dancing incorrectly.
Nobody breaks up with Ghost Lady.
Then up to the attic where the bride scares us into falling from the window down to the graveyard where we die.
This is my house! Why can't you respect that?
We leave the frustrated groundskeeper in his mutt and see a midnight jamboree of ghosts cavorting about in the cemetery, and we spot some stoned gents.
Is this some kind of bust?
Well, it's very impressive, yes, but we need to ask you a few questions.
Hey, my eyes are up here.
Garrett, can you get in closer on this? Because look, a scary kitty right there. Ah!
All I want is somebody to take me in and pet me and love me like a real cat.
As we try to exit,
Going my way, bud, going my way.
we find the ghosts are watching us!
What do you want me to put on the glass?
Also watching were several producers of subsequent haunted house rides, some of which pay small homage to the '69 classic, while others are such the Turkish Star Wars of spook houses, I'm surprised somebody didn't get sued.
Grinning ghosts come out to legalize.
Believe it, my friends.
On Kings Island in Ohio, once home to Hanna-Barbera Land,
Look at the bears! Look at the bears! Look at the bears!
was replaced in the 1990s by a thespian-themed spooky attraction called the Phantom Theater, which was a more lighthearted Haunted Mansion-esque ride complete with an Omnimover clone. We're introduced in the queue to the maestro, who weeds out the kids who are gonna cry immediately and sets the tone for a more doofier haunted experience.
I wanna talk a little bit about what's going on in this room, because I think there are some fascinating ramifications here for the future.
The first thing you'll notice about the inhabitants of this dilapidated opera house is everyone looks like...
Prehistorically? I'm afraid I just blew myself.
Everybody around here looks like they have hepatitis.
These purple-faced ghouls don't like the living looking beyond the candelabra.
Coming out of the closet.
His genitals were purple.
We're lucky these snooty, grim-grinning blueberries will socialize with us at all, even though they're not the first to use these Pepper's ghost effects, naughty nights, and moving busts.
Lights off, asshole.
There weren't any better Hanna-Barbera villains to round out the really rottens but me? Who the hell am I?
Help Tom! Help Nick! Help Larry!
Boo! To that outfit!
Violet, you're turning violet, Violet!
Boogity boo. Just kidding.
It must be right intermission, because we head down the staircase to the boiler room for a quick smoke.
Please, God.
Each day we shovel fuel, each day we work in silence.
In West Mifflin, Pennsylvania, fans of classic amusement parks can try their luck out at designated National Historical Landmark Kennywood. Here in Ghostwood Estate, the Happy Haunts have received your ammo-loading vibrations and will materialize only after you've shot their ghastly sensors.
Carpet Day! No!
Oh, come on, figure with all this poop.
Take a night, Babs.
You can fill your ghost murder quota by shooting all the Naughty Nights, Spooky Portraits, or Phil Dunphy here.
Thank you for joining us on our special night.
That's the Lost Souls room.
Baby, baby go. Baby go. Baby.
Jews for Jesus. Read about Jehovah's Witness. How about Buddhism?
I guess the Hatbox Ghost was removed from this haunted attic as well. Then it's down into the 8-bit dungeon hosted by the Tall Man.
Boy!
And a final trek through a fairly tame midnight spree in the graveyard.
I bring you love.
Stop! He's already dead.
Spend the night at the Cobweb Hotel.
When you hear the knell of a wrecking bell, we must be talking about the now-defunct Myrtle Beach Pavilion and the even more closed Haunted Hotel, which afforded more reasonable rates than Disney's Haunted Mansion did.
Somebody's checking in.
Somebody's checking in.
Hang on to them hats and glasses, 'cause this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness.
Meet me in the den.
Books! Check them out!
Wake up, you pigs! I need a paracetamol.
Now, this is a room with electricity, but it has too much electricity. So, I don't know, you might want to wear a hat.
TV sucker than you get out of here. Bob, I don't know.
Are you the Southern Oracle?
Hello, I'm Henry Gibson, speaking to you on behalf of the United Appeal for the Dead.
Let us travel to France and get into real Haunted Mansion ripoff territory in Nigloland's La Manor Hantée. Truly, this must be the best ride to feature a magical bed.
The bench! You got me the bench!
The wall-to-wall creeps and hot and cold running chills have been perfectly replicated.
This looks familiar. Vaguely familiar.
Help! Let me out of this box. I can't breathe in here. Help! Let me out!
It's my job to be repetitive. My job. Nevermore.
Why, you little...
We pass the naughty nights, knocking doors, and instead of a bodiless seance performance, we get an old gypsy psychic. Maybe they could have tried a little harder.
Well, maybe you should give me some princess hair, so maybe your friend doesn't get sucked into my bottomless bottom!
Want a soda?
Okay, but make mine Sprite, because that's what I am!
Instead of the illusion of dancing ghosts, we just have some spooky dummies spinning around a room. Then it's up to the attic suddenly for a horrible spin session that somehow leads us to the graveyard where we spin, spin, spin. There's Fright Night. Spin, spin.
He wanted me to warn you. Look upon this omen and go back from whence ye came. I have warned
Have we not met before, monsieur?
Je suis le grand musée.
Je suis la jeune fille.
It's safe. No ghosts are programmed to follow you home here. Spooks come out for a suing wake at Germany's Europa Park, the least copywritingest place on earth. Pass the Universum der Energy and enter the decrepit Geisterschloss if you can get past the groundskeeper Hansel.
This place is cursed. Cursed.
Scary German guy.
After the creepy portraits, we enter a room cursed with devilish deja vu.
Is this haunted homage actually stretching the meaning of inspired by? Or is it your imagination?
Hey, why hint at a dead guy when you can just dangle a corpse over some frightened guests? Then we board Ariel's haunted clam buggies and we're off to the funeral.
So, for your safety, please remain seated with your hands, arms, feet, legs, flippers, and fins inside your clamshell.
Sit, boo-boo, sit. Good dog.
Inside the spectral light is salvation.
Oh, hey, look! Robbie Benson, Jack Burns, Andrea Martin, Dennis Hopper, Joni Hughes, Gary Shandling, Paul Razor, Peter Cook, Junior Samples, Elaine Boozer, Adam Sandler, Barry Sobel. There's Garth Brooks, Bruce Miller, Les Paul, Patrick Swayze as Gandhi, Cheryl Lee Ralph, Robert Carradine, Bruno Kirby, Griffin Dunn, Mike Nichols, Ron Reagan.
Silly ride. The ghosts appearing in your car comes at the end of the ride, not the middle. At least they're saving time by inserting the seance scene into the middle of the dancing ghosts. Isn't it weird how all these ride producers saw the Haunted Mansion's hall scene and thought the key ingredient wasn't mind-blowing effects, it was just the horror of seeing spirits cut a rug.
You're a Libra, aren't you, darling? No.
I wish my brother George was here.
I need you to tell me that I'm a good person.
Demi Moore, Gabriel Byrne, Gallagher, Robert Loggia, Janis Joplin, and Jonathan Schwartz. Whoa, there's Lyle Wagner, Tom Dresden, Steve Rubell, Alan Alda, Michael Ironside, Katie Lang, Kate Clinton, Lee Van Cleve, Marley Maitland, David Burney, Linda Hunt, Leslie West, Sandy Duncan, Craig T. Nansen, David Letterman, Tony Danza, Anthony Quinn, Edie Brickell, and Tony Bill. Cool. Roland Gift, Jersey Kaczynski, and Renee Aubergenois. John Hurt, Cicely Tyson, Michael Perry. Persis Kambata.
Any questions?
Gee, why would anyone call this a Haunted Mansion ripoff?
Some folks have a strange idea of entertainment.
Have we not met before, monsieur?
Someone's at the
We then exit through the torture chamber.
You lucky boss. What? Proper little Janus pet, aren't we? I'm not really dead.
And that's when the chuds came at me.
Beware of piggybacking ghosts. These mortals always taking me for granted.
Welcome to the place where all the creatures meet. The last building to your left on a dead-end street. You'll find skeleton bones outside in the pavement. Torture chambers down in the basement. Cobwebs hanging over your head. And music being played by the Grateful Dead. And it's spinning on the turntables back to back. There's no other than my main man, Wolfman Jack. The MC of the night after two of the tunes.
He is in the mausoleum.
Black Lagoon. There's a sign on the door that can't be missed. It is but at your own risk, cause people been reporting going in the haunted house. But never again sing coming out. The X-Men is true, well I'll leave it to you. Here's an invite, I hope I see you tonight.
I'd like to dedicate this next song to a beautiful lady in the audience called Kate. This is an old song about London. This town is coming like a ghost town. Bands don't play no more. There's too much fighting on the dance floor. This town is coming like a ghost town. Bands don't play no more. There's too much fighting on the dance floor.
SUV. Yo, 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 old Betsy Ross. Grabs old glory and she takes it all. I'm the other side for mistakes of you, but don't tread on me with your hobnail. People think I'm funky, Republic punk ass bitch. You say I'm all those white, well you can suck mine.
Safety bar.